Good morning, all. Paul from CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday morning, May 27th. We're looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and NQ. So the emotional trading continues. Mindless machines, uneducated traders, just reacting to anything they hear. The word tariffs, all pretty ridiculous. We are coming back into balance on the daily. Okay, we were down on Friday. We're coming into balance on a large gap, at least for now, with 90 minutes to go. Remember, ES is in a 2-week balance. NQ is up on the weekly. Right now, everything from Friday maintenance to this morning 9:30, including all day yesterday with the half day or whatever, is after hours for me. Okay, so my overnight low isn't last night's low. Well, my overnight low in ES is all the way down here at 58.13. Okay? You had a potential outside week down, didn't materialize, and now look how we're ripping higher. Friday's high was 43.75. We're trading at 5,900. So it's a $5.50 gap in ES. NQ, by the way, it's going to leave, there's a lot of wide pocks. 10 wide from the 22nd, 18 wide overnight from the 23rd. Those are all staying in force. Friday's high was 83 in NQ. Plus we had the gap we never filled. So not only we gapping high, we're going to leave Friday all alone on a little island bottom. Okay? And the gap, 083, that's 317 points right now. So that is $7.50 gap. That's emotional trading, my friends. Okay? Now the weeklies will still be up for NQ, still balance on ES. We would have to take out last week's high to go back to up. The dailies are back in balance. How big will the balance be? Depends on how high we go, right? Right now, I would encompass it as Thursday, Friday, and today, okay? But we'll see as the day goes on. Gaps of this magnitude, again, I'm a little more patient, right? Gap and go is a fallacy. You see that every time we gap, whether it's higher or lower. If the market's truly going to gap and go, then it's going to give you a lot of opportunities on the buy side today. But a lot of times, the gap, especially a big gap, which these are, saps the strength out of the market as far as any kind of real extension. So that's what you're going to have to look for. The overnight high right now is right below the single prints from May 21st in ES. So they want to take that out and get acceptance into the 21st upper distribution. NQ, right now, their overnight high is above the 22nd's high. Okay, they did not have single prints in the 21st. Remember, our monthly high is in the overnight. So things will continually change, especially when you're in balance like this, right? Remember, the sellers started Friday with gap, value, and indices, right? Well, this morning, the bulls are starting with gap, value, and indices at 1.5%. Okay? But doesn't mean it'll hold because they're fickle, fragile traders that turn on a dime. So let the MGI guide you. All right? Again, given a game plan this early, not going to happen because a lot can change. So join the trading room. And you'll start finding out at 9:15 exactly what we're looking to do. Okay? And then chart-wise, so first off, here's the S&P. Here's your weekly. It's a 2-week balance. But it's totally last week's high and last week's low because we took out the previous week's high and low. So if you take out last week's low, we're down on the weekly. We take out the high, we're back up. We're still holding the weekly gap below us, don't forget. So we went bull, we went balance, bull, back to balance. We'll see how we come out of it. The daily, coming back into balance. Again, how large will the balance be? it remains to be seen after today. And in triple Qs, and don't forget, we just barely touched the 200-day moving average in SPY on Friday and bounced off it very nicely. Again, one day doesn't make a market, but that's something we said we wanted to see, to back test it, shake out some weak longs, and then maybe make it a stronger market to get the all-time highs. Here's the weekly in the NQ. One time framing up for 4 weeks. So still very healthy, and no daily coming back into balance. Again, holding the weekly gap, and they are nowhere near their 200-day moving average. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Good luck trading today, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.